gotta come up here. I'm up here at the barbershop, at the new shop I work at. You know you only got two friends, right? Me and Jesus. So if you believe in Jesus, you gotta believe in me too, right?
The case might be they ain't never got no.
I realize I'm a sinner. That's how you feel. She did everything, man. Officer. She came in there. The concert too tight.
Not as tight as that J.J. Evans Kanye West shirt you got.
Oh, come on, man. Take the off me. I ain't even doing nothing. I'm trying to visit my baby.
I won't grab you, but I ain't know where to grab your shirt at, bro.
Come on, man.
Don't y'all got something else better than you? Hey, down my mother. He already checking. Ain't nothing in here but some diapers. Lexus laughs.
Hello, this is comedian Tyson Smith from Chicago. And as you can tell by my beautiful garb, currently I am in the hospital. 3 days ago I came into the Ingalls Hospital in Harvey. Shout out to the Real Housewives of Harvey. I came in a few days ago because I was under the assumption that I was having an asthma attack because I was having a shortness of breath. And I haven't had an asthma attack in over 17 years. I came in, got a breathing treatment, and then the doctor suggested that I take a CAT scan of my chest. I agreed. We did the CAT scan. Come to find out that I had a 10 centimeter mass between my heart and my lung. And the thought there from the doctor was that it could be a potential of a lot of different stuff. He did mention that cancer could be one. Of course, that shocked me, being 33 years old. And I'm relatively healthy. I don't weigh a lot. I'm 5'9". I weigh like 190 pounds. Anyway, so I've been in the hospital for the last 3 days. I did a biopsy yesterday. They did another CAT scan of my abdomen and my pelvis, I guess just to make sure there's nothing down there. And I make a lot of sketches and stuff like that, and I just decided that I'm gonna document this a little bit. So, it's been scary. I see myself doing the normal cliches of why me. It's a little depressing. I've been visited by a lot of family and friends. That gets my mind off stuff. So, I got 2 kids, both that live with me. My fiance lives with me.
I'll say one thing, my girlfriend's here tonight, and I told her that what I was going to do for her Christmas is a couple of days. That I was going to give her a Christmas gift early, and she said to give it to her on the 25th, but I decided to give it to her tonight. So here she is right now. I want to come down here and ask her a question. I'm done! Would you marry me? Thank y'all for all participating on that.
What you gonna do?
He said, I have something to tell you, and I was like, what? And he said, I have cancer. He said, I have a tumor between the heart and the lung. And I was devastated. I just broke down because I just couldn't believe it. Yeah, and that really hurt me really bad because I was like, I thought we was coming in for asthma, and it ended up being something other than, because we were just joking about it before the doctor came in. When he started his first treatment, because my aunt was sick. She passed away from cancer, but when I started seeing him lose weight, I thought about my aunt because he was losing a lot of weight, that made him really small. And I was devastated because he was weak. I had to help him go around the house and stuff, and out the bed. And it was just seeing him he was like drained. His face and stuff was changing. And it was sad. I hate to see him like that, but I tried to stay strong for him, but I used to go up in the bathroom and just cry to myself, because I was trying to stay strong for him, but it was hard. My wedding day was beautiful. I had a purple wedding, our favorite color, We ended up getting married at the courthouse downtown Chicago. Kids, my babies. They're my step kids, but they're still my babies. My babies.
What? Man, this broad ain't even text me back yet.
Hey man, just give it some time, dog, man. Every relationship goes through this, man. It's times where the woman just needs a little space. I mean, you just get overly aggressive with it, you know what I mean? You know? So, what, man? Oh, man, this is one of them power bands, man.
No. What is that?
Oh, man. Oh, this is a Cafe Mocho triple white chocolate venti mocha chocolate cocoa butter stick in a glass, man. Oh, I love these, man. I gotta have one of these every single day, man.
So now you down to drinking Luther Vandross coffee?
Well, hey, man.
What's that on the side of your face?
Oh, look, whipped cream out.
And I'm having girl problems.
I make sure they put. I love the whipped cream on top, man.
My name is Bill Samuels. I'm a ex-co-worker of Tyson's, and we've been friends since probably 1995. Right now, 3 times. His first 2 wives were unexemplary, I should say. We suggested that in case something does happen, whether the chemo takes or not, maybe you should go ahead and marry her right now. And he married her right away. I knew what Hodgkin's lymphoma was. I knew what leukemia was. My mother died of cancer. So cancer has been a big part of our inner circle because we had a lot of friends who have lost loved ones because of cancer. Matter of fact, throw something in your head. He married Renita, bought this house, and bought a Lexus all within the same week. Incredible. I mean, within 6 days he did this. And it kind of blew us away.
That tree need to go. Cut that down. Hey, how you doing?
How are you doing?
Miss McCray,
You remember us?
You remember us?
How you doing?
We were trying to buy your house. Come.
Oh, sorry, you're popping up on the stuff. This is perfect. Don't make me cry. Thank you.
Open it up.
Yeah. So how you doing today?
Girl, I'm doing okay. So you all doing great?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm ready to move.
Girl, they just, I don't understand them. I really
They don't have to rush to do anything.
Not at all.
When you got the money, everything else, they'll take care of itself.
It's ours. I bought it this morning.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you so much. Oh, my baby crying. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you. Oh my God. Oh, I gotta calm down. Oh my God.
This is your.
The baby just asked me last night. He said, "What you want for Christmas?" I said, "To move in that house."
Well, today is October the 2nd. I just walked out of the Cancer Care Center in Tinley Park, and they just gave me the news that I got lymphoma. They got to do a bone marrow test next week and some type of PET scan next week too. So I'm not dealing with the news very well right now. They're scheduling some appointments for me next week, and they said they can't begin to tell me yet what my treatment is going to be. But I'm gonna go ahead and still have an attitude that I'm gonna beat this thing, you know. I'm sad, but what can I do? I gotta keep on pushing for these kids, you know. But I did
call a lawyer to get a will together and stuff like that, and stuff for my house. I'm making sure all that stuff goes in the right people's name. And then I'll get married next Saturday on the 15th of October 2011. So that's one good thing coming up soon. But just distraught. You know, the doctor told me ain't nothing I did. Just that happens. So what can you say? You know, I'm not mad at God or nothing like that. You know, I see my old man, he smoke a pack of cigarettes every day and he ain't got this. I'm not pissed off at him either. I just know it's the luck of the draw. But yep, I do have cancer. So this is the machine or something. I'm going to do a ultrasound on me, and then they're going to stick a numbing needle into me and then suck all the fluid out. And she said the worst thing that could happen is my lungs could collapse. But she said that rarely happens, so that made me feel good. Talk to you later.
Oh, okay.
That was all the fluid that was in my lungs.
Let's make it look pretty.
He said about a 2-liter Coke bottle.
A little less than a 2-liter bottle.
A little less than a 2-liter Coke bottle. There was no alcohol in there. Damn. Oh, God. Whoa. That was neat. So, I'm going to start chemo in a couple of weeks. You know, I was very sad starting this journey and very scared. I'm still scared, you know, I can't lie about that. But the good thing is, you know, my prognosis is good. They say I have a good chance of surviving all this. You know, I've been just trying to move on with my life, regardless of having this cancer, Hodgkin's lymphoma. Stage me yet, so over the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna be taking all these tests and stuff to figure out like what stage I'm in and all this other stuff. So a couple of interesting points he brought out was that you know, I have night sweats. You know, I've been having these night sweats for 2 months, and I had the shortness of breath and all that other stuff. But and then also I'm itching a lot, and he said that's common with Hodgkin's lymphoma, and that's what I got. Or whatever. So he was just explaining me the chemotherapy treatment, and you know, I guess after they're gonna do like a PET scan to see where you're at before you start the treatment. Then 2 months into the treatment, they will do another PET scan to see if maybe it's going away or if it's in remission. Then they said if it's like still there, then they like increase your treatment. He was telling me about all the wonderful stuff that happens when you're in chemo. Of course, the common stuff I knew about, like your hair falling out and all that junk. And he said you might have slight diarrhea and nausea and all this other garbage. So, you know, I'm just kind of ready to get it all over with. So he was saying, like, if they see it after 2 months and whatnot, you know, after they do 2 months of chemo, there's a greater possibility to come back later on in life. But if they don't see it after those first couple months anymore, then, you know, your chance increases that you won't have it later. And then they like gonna do the chemo first, and then they do the radiation second to try to get the mass lowered. And then they was telling me that this stuff, the chemo and the radiation, can actually cause other types of cancers later. So I guess they haven't perfected that one yet. But you know, hopefully you don't get none of that. But the good thing I got working on my side is for me being younger, that everybody's saying the same thing. It's a better possibility of me, you know, getting healed and surviving all this stuff. They do say that chemotherapy does cause somewhat damage to your heart and lungs, and it lowers your white blood cells or whatever. I'm becoming knowledgeable about cancer by the minute. Didn't know nothing about it 2 weeks ago or whatever. So I
guess I better enjoy my little vacation, even though it sucks not to be as active as I used to. I want to get better quickly. So, hey, love y'all. This is comedian Tyson Smith. Love y'all, Chicago. Talk to you later.
I got a buddy that says, this is my cocktail that I have to take for chemotherapy.
Make sure urine also. Make sure urine orange.
Talking about, my buddy said he likes to tell people when he goes to get a steak, he said, how you want to prepare it? He said, another week in chemo. Actually, when I go to a restaurant and do it, I can do it for a reason. If I don't finish it there, when I put it in the microwave, it's going to be 30 minutes. So I take 4 medicines altogether, right?
Yeah, today.
This is my 3rd chemotherapy session at the University of Chicago. There's another one.
No, they added another, to make it 4.
Right, they added another medicine today to make it 4. No, the last 2 I've only had 3 because my lungs weren't strong enough to take the 3rd one. So here we go. This one's supposed to make my hair fall out and all that good stuff. Right? All right. What's up, y'all? This is comedian Tyson Smith. It's January 3rd, 2011, as you can see.
2012, baby.
It's January 3rd, 2012, and as you can see, chemo is messing with my mind. No, I'm just tripping. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm just giving y'all an update. Doing my 5th session at the University of Chicago. I have to remember where I'm at. And everything's been going all right. This is my first time recording, doing a chemo session. Seeing them all strapped up. Point at that a little bit. Point at that so they can.
I got that in the background.
You ain't supposed to be on the tape. Shut up. Anyway, the effects that are having on me, I've been very fatigued. Don't feel like doing nothing. I was a very active person before this. Of course, when this is all over with, I'll be back to my normal self. It's turned my gums black, and it's causing me. The nurse explained that your gums, I guess they grow very fast or something to that effect. So it's messing with the cells. So that's why it's causing them to turn black. It's hard to chew things, which really stinks. So I weigh 184 pounds today, which is good, because I got down to about 179. So it's getting better. So I started chemo early November. It's the first, session of the year. And hopefully pretty soon they're gonna run some tests on me to see if I'm in remission or not. But during this period of time, I've had time to spend at home with my kids and my wife and try to get my house together and everything. Well, it's together now because I've been home all this time. And I'm really eager to get back to work and doing comedy and stuff like that. But I guess in so many words, I needed this break to a certain extent. I didn't think it would be under these circumstances, but God works in mysterious ways, and I'm still upbeat about this. Initially, when I started this whole process, I had a lot of sad moments, but I'm just learning to cope with the situation. I don't ever want to go through this situation ever again in life. I'm tired of chemicals being pumped through my body, and I really appreciate the people on Facebook and Twitter giving me well wishes and everything. I just want people to try to get through this if they ever encounter the same issues I have. I do have, as I told you in the previous videos, Hodgkin's lymphoma. 33 years old. I got diagnosed with it like in September last year. So that's about it. I'm gonna hit y'all again when it's over with.
Bye. Oh, peace.
I'm Tyson's father. It's hard to know God's plan. You know, the reasons why. So, you know, the main thing at that point is trying to work on a cure. You know, it was just watching the look on his face, you know, when he told me the news, you know, and then watching him, his you know, how he was torn up emotionally behind, you know, and that's how it affected me. And you expect them to have at least a decent, healthy life, especially if that's the way they've been living, you know. But that's just how cancer is, you know. And you know, it's not prejudice, just choose who it wants.
I'm the mother of Tyson Smith. It was emotional, it was hurtful, it was just a total surprise. He called me in the morning. I know previous to when he had called me, he had been coughing, and I just thought he had his asthma had developed again, because as a child he had asthma. And I didn't think too much of it. I said, well, you know, you better get some medication. Maybe your asthma is acting out on you again. And that morning he called early and started telling me that they thought he had a mass, and they thought it could be cancerous, and he just was so emotional, and I was just crushed myself. I was surprised, because here's a child, he works hard, he takes care of his family, he's energetic, he's fun, he's not lazy whatsoever. He's just has a lot of energy, a lot of spirit about him. He's just the type of child that you would like, you know. And it was just a total surprise to me for what you've been through. And at my church, we believe in throwing our hands up and just thanking God for his blessings. And I just could worship and really thank him for healing my son. It was just wonderful to rejoice. And
I was happy because once the doctor told us that the first time, I think was in November, if I'm not mistaken, he said that his tumor had shrunk. It was 10 centimeters, it had shrunk down to 8. So I was very happy about that because it had shrunk down. So I just knew he was gonna be fine. And he was getting a little bit of his weight back because I was making him eat. So he was getting his weight back too, so that was a good thing. Talk to your family. My mom is my best friend. I'll talk to my mom about everything, but talk to somebody. Like I said, sometimes I went up in the corner, but I cried a little bit, from everybody else, but I went and I talked to my mom. So talk to somebody about it, because you do not want to keep that bottle up inside you, because it's not good.
Yeah, that's alright, man. I gotta go piss.
Hey, man, I'm gonna come with you real quick.
You finna do what?
I'm gonna talk to you about something, man. I'm gonna watch them with you real quick.
So what you gonna do? Hold it for me?
I ain't holding it.
Jesse?
we never know what God's will is, but we have to accept whatever he says. If he had taken my son, I would have had to accept it, but I would have had to ask him to give me the strength to get through this. But God, if you just let him live longer, I'll be grateful for that too, because he has some children that I would like for him to raise. Not me, but him. But if you say no, I have to accept that too. So getting back to my aunt, she had gotten over her cancer, and it just came back to her. She didn't make it. So they were in the hospital at the same time. But I'm just saying, it was an instructor he had in high school. And he saw him at the same hospital, and they talked. And a couple of weeks ago, he found out he didn't make it. So I'm just saying, we don't know how this disease would take, but we just have to, I feel on earth, we just have to be ready, whatever God's will is, to ask him to give us the strength to go through whatever we have to go through.
All right. So my name is Justin Klein. I'm a medical oncologist at the University of Chicago. I've been taking care of Tyson here for the past several months. As you'll know, or you probably already know, he's a young man who was diagnosed not too long ago with classical Hodgkin lymphoma. After he was diagnosed, he went through several months of pretty intensive chemotherapy, which had their ups and downs, but overall he did very well. He had a very good response to chemotherapy. His lymphoma looks like it's in remission. He just had a PET scan to confirm that. So things are looking good. He's got some hair growing back now. He's definitely feeling better. He's back to work. So the next step really will be to keep an eye on his disease for the next several years, every few months, with CAT scans and physical examinations and blood work and so on to make sure that his disease stays in hiding. Once we do that for about the next 4 to 5 years and the lymphoma remains in remission, we'll tell him he's cured and we'll dispatch him to enjoy the rest of his days.
Okay, and just one more thing. Just tell him how this I heard this used to be a death sentence, but because of technology and advancements in medicine, now it's more treatable.
Sure. Yeah. So if Tyson had been living in the 1930s and 40s, when Hodgkin disease was essentially an incurable disease, he may not be around right now to be telling us his story. Because of the evolution of the chemotherapy and radiation to treat his disease, we're now curing upwards of 75 or 80% of young men like him today. So what once was sort of a disease, death sentence, so to speak, is now a highly curable cancer.
Hey, thanks a lot, doctor. And you've been a very good doctor to me. You always kept my spirits up. This is a very funny guy. Not as funny as me, but he tries. All right, everybody. Thank you.
Lexus Labs.